Welcome back to Craig's Cabin. Today we're going to be exploring Redgeland Woods. As you can see behind me, we're on the other half of Wishing Tree Reservoir and we're going to be heading off over there. Let's jump into the video. Right, so we're here, just walking along by the reservoir, trying to find the entrance into the wood. It has been fenced off and padlocked, but we will persevere. And all our records today will be done in our foraging notebook. Not just any foraging notebook, an official Craig's Cabin on YouTube notebook, which is available on Amazon. I'm a bit out of breath, but yeah, so yeah, it's available on Amazon and it's 250 lined pages, all spaced. Oh, got a stick. All spaced out, ready, and it's a lot better quality than I thought it was going to be, if I'm honest. But it's a great little book for me to write all my foraging journeys in. I've got one coming from my partner Deborah for her to write all her things she learns about her growing and gardening in. And I don't know if people still have home phones, but it'd be a great one to keep by the phone to write notes down. Right, this is where in the last video we hung a left and went back towards and into Dog Kennel Wood. But today we're following the track up, straight up, in the hopes that it will take a right up here somewhere and we can get into Redgeland Woods. So I'm going to turn you around so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Nice dirt track here. It's a bit softer than when I came up to do the Dog Kennel Wood one, because the ground was frozen then, but it's not too bad. Still walk to the side if we need to. Here we go. Now this is where I wanted to be. Me panicking that I'd have to rearrange my walk. This track is so boggy. Oh, I have to see if I can find another way in once I'm in, because I've already committed to this now. Up. Whoa, slipping. Oh. Yep, muddy. So very muddy. My participants are not going to enjoy that, but here we go over this stile. And over without slipping. Although I'm sure you guys would enjoy it if I did slip. As long as I didn't hurt myself too bad. Right. Light is green. down the track there. Right, it doesn't seem to be a train coming. I cannot hear one, cannot see one, so we will cross. So this is going to be the only entrance to Redgeland Wood, so I might have to pre-warn everybody that it will be slippery and to wear Wellington boots. Oh. There we go. Oh, I'll brush my shoes off while I'm here. Let's have a look what we got here. Oh, sorry, I'm spinning you around, making you dizzy. We got ground elder here. We've got brambles already. All of this will be put into my little book, so I can use it to discuss the area with participants. And it's actually part of the Coombe Valley Countryside Park, and we are there, and it will connect to the Coombe Valley there. We will do the Filsham reed bed at some point, and the Pebsham Lane area, but at the moment this is on the map as Redgeland Woods, not on this map but on the Google Maps. So apparently the Coombe Valley Code, much of the park is on private land, so please consider the people who live and work there. Leave the gates and property as you find them. Well, that's common sense, isn't it? Leave no trace. Again, that's to do with respect and clean up after your dog. Keep it under control. Plan your visit, which is what we're doing now, and follow the advice on the park signs. Here we go. Here comes the train. And that's a first for a Craig's Cabin video. Right. So, this is to follow signs. Wow, we've got crab apples still. Right, and that here it says St Leonard's or Pebsham. And it does look a damn sight better than going the other way. This side there was some writing, but it's been scrubbed off. Now Hollington is that way where we just came from, and that's all the directions it seems to give us. Yeah, so we've seen ground elder, we've seen brambles, and then we've got these here, obviously covered in dirt, leaving them for the animals, but these are crab apples, quite bitter. I quite like them, if I'm honest, when I've picked them. And here comes another train. Right, just pause you there for a sec while I rearrange my bag. So now this plant here, little pretty pink one, is actually called a red campion. Now the seeds were traditionally crushed up and used to treat snake bites, and the roots of that plant contain sap. I can't even say it. It's the same chemical found in soap, like in chestnuts, buck's eyes and ivy. So it could be used to make detergents. As we walk through here, you'll see the remnants of the blackberries that were on the brambles. Whoa. And little holes in trees. Now I did notice something on the walk with the participants. When we went to Dog Kennel Wood with the participants, that we actually found some woodpecker nests in the trees, which is quite good. Hold on, I may have found something. Let's have a look. Now this that I found here is actually called a stone bramble, which I wasn't aware of till I'm finding it there. And it's actually a food as well, eaten in like Russian, Scandinavian countries. Traditionally eaten raw with milk, but it also has medicinal properties. The roots are used to treat a loose bowel, and because it's astringent, it's not very nice. Apparently the root. Oh my God, I would choose a day when it's boggy as anything, wouldn't I? But hey ho, what are you going to do? So there, I learned something new. I hope you guys learned something new as well. So it's a stone bramble, or it's also called, the berries on it are also called a roebuck berry. So there's loads of little things that you can learn if you're just looking. I've got to swap hands again, I'm afraid. So you're probably going to get a little bit dizzy. That's it. You can hear the birds in the background, as well as people working. I don't know if you could tell by the way that I'm walking. I did actually twist my ankle when I first came in as well. Changed the video a little bit, cut a bit out, like treat my ankle. But here we go. Now this is the only fact I know about this plant that's coming up. Was told to be by my dad, and when I've mentioned it to other people, it seems to be sort of a universally believed truth. So I don't know if it is actually the truth, but this is, from a vast majority of people I've spoken to, this is a believed truth. And I don't know if you can see it, I just have to adjust you guys a bit. Feed you right over there. Right, if you can see that large, over the back of the brambles, just there. I don't know if I can get you any closer, but that's just there. That feathery plant there, I was told that it is an indication, if somebody has it in their garden, that they are open to swinging in their marriage, and that it was a big thing during the 70s and 80s to have one of them in your garden and have swingers parties. And it's called pampas grass. So I will leave that up to you guys and your research, but if you look it up, the pampas grass, what I was told, and what is, from what I can gather from the people that I've spoken to from all different walks of life, that it is believed that if you have that in your garden, that you are open to swinging in your marriage, like the key swapping parties, wife swapping parties. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you heard this? Why not leave a comment below and see what, and tell me what you've heard or what you know about pampas grass. Now, oh, there's mud coming off my shoe now, isn't it? Yep. Now over there, it's marshy and more boggy than I can care to walk on. But over there are loads and loads and loads of bulrushes that have burst open. I don't know if I can zoom in. I will try again. Oh yes, see, that would have been handy just now. See the bulrushes there? Now the top bit, if you cut that open, all the little cotton bit flies out of it, and it makes good for starting little campfires. Now if you're brave enough to get in that boggy thing, as I'm sure I've said in another video before, if you're brave enough to get in the bog and reach down and pull the root out, there's quite a lot of it there. Yeah, if you're brave enough to get in there and pull the root out, the root is a highly edible staple. It's like a starch. It's a high in carbohydrate. So that's a bulrush, or a cattail is also known as, because apparently it was named after the bit on the end of the whip that they used to whip people with, like the cat and nine tails. Now I think I've just lost my pen, or did I put my pen in my pocket? I may have lost my pen. No, it's in my pocket. Right, which way to go? Do I take a left up round by the train track, or do I take a right and see where that goes? Let's go to the right. And you can see here, it's all dried out, but there's the giant hogweed. And apparently my dad used to use that to make whistles when he was a kid, because somehow he is not affected by the sap. And the sap is phototoxic, I think the word is, where it reacts with the sun. And then the blisters get so deep that they can recur and recur, and it's absolutely horrible. Oh, there's birds. Obviously there's birds. We're in the woodland, aren't we? Now I shouldn't be surprised there's birds here. I think I'm surprising them because I'm here. It's the old adage, they're more afraid and aware of you than you are of them. But at the moment my senses are tingling. I'm hyper aware there could be a rat, because we've just been near the water, or family of rats, because there's never just one. Oh, what's over there? Somebody camping, is it? Somebody dumped something? I don't know, I can't see. Oh, yep, somebody dumped something. Looks like a sofa. A lot of work just to drag a sofa down here. I have to report that, I'm afraid, so they can come and clear it up. So might just set the tripod up here for a little bit. I heard you guys pointing at the sky. So I might stop and have some lunch. But I'm going to set the tripod up. And be very quiet so that you guys can hear or see anything. Right guys, just this. Continue on our little walk. I'm quite enjoying doing these walks. you get to see the track where foxes have come through there. You get to see so much that you might not have noticed before. And in these little green spaces that I'm coming across or rediscovering, it's so peaceful. I mean, I know we're right by a train track, and I can see in the background, just behind the trees, there's houses. And in reality, we're not that far from civilization, as you just heard. So we're not actually that far away. But it feels, unless you've got a really loud train coming past, it feels like you're a million miles away, even though you're not. And it just feels good. Now, I don't know how many miles that I've done today, but after all my errands are done each day, I might go ahead and film the rest of these. Instead of doing it week by week, I might just do it anyway. Why not? In actual fact, what's stopping me? Yeah, I'm sure you guys can hear me heavy breathing, but I'm a heavy set lad, so to speak. Yes, my pronouns are him and his and he, before anyone gets into that conversation again. Yes, I'm a heavy set person who is definitely out of shape despite doing these walks. But compared to where I was near the beginning of the channel, when I ballooned right up, become very ill, I think I'm doing pretty well. I've got to admit something now, I'm using this talking as I'm walking to distract from the fact that I've completely lost my bearings and I have no clue about which part of the Coombe Valley I'm actually in. All I know is I'm following what looks like dog prints and feet prints. Could be a badger because of the different claw marks. Yeah, there's definitely a dog. I can see a dog ahead. And we've got something else to add to the book. So now, I'm going to have a guess and say maybe witch's broom. But I'm just going to pause the video there and use my ID stuff. In fact, has it got... In fact, I'm quite confident that my idea of this now. I don't think it's witch's broom. It is a type of broom, but I think this is Scots broom because it's got little black pea pods. I've seen this before, the little black pea pods. So I'm going to say, change my guess from witch's broom to Scots broom. So let's pause that there, and we're going to use the app that I use and then confirm it with a book I got in my pocket, and I'll come back. Now, after a little bit of research, it is in fact Scots broom or Scotch broom or French broom or English broom, and all parts of this plant are used in medicine. And in fact, part of this plant is in the medicinal tea that Wizard Steve gave us some for Deborah's angina. So it's like twig-like little leaves there, but apparently the whole part of it can be used as medicinal. So yeah, so place to do your research, but it is in fact Scotch broom, part of the broom family, and all parts of it, the leaves, the stems, the roots, are all used in a medicinal way. So now I know where to get some broom for that recipe that Wizard Steve gave me. And if you haven't already, go check out Wizard Steve's blog. I've got a link to him on Instagram. He's also on Instagram and Facebook. But yeah, check out his blog. It doesn't cost anything. He's lived a really interesting life. Each little entry is only a couple of minutes long. It doesn't cost you anything. And why not even subscribe to his blog for when he updates it on his journey? That doesn't cost anything either. Just become a member. See, that's the second dog lead I found. Or have I just made a big circle and come back where I've done a big circle and come back where I am? No wonder I know where I am now. Silly old Craig. So I've been yammering on for, I said 2 minutes, but I did reset the video a few times, so it's going to be over half an hour, I'm sure. I don't like to do videos over half an hour because nobody watches them apparently, even though the first videos I done were hour, 45 minutes, half hour. So we're going to head back up here, head back to the car. It's been a nice little walk. I learnt something, and I've got a lot of information to give to the people who will come on my Forage for Knowledge walks in partnership with Greener Futures and Groundwork South. And I must reiterate, it's Groundwork, no S, and then South. Where we help people develop skills, not just practical skills, but the mental well-being skills to move forward in their lives, whether it be with employment, relationships, things like that. And if we're unable to help, well, me personally, I like to try and help. If I can't, I'll try and find somewhere I can point the people to. So if they need help with housing, find the organisation that'll be able to help. That need help with their social benefits and food stamps and stuff like that, or need help with doctors. Find some, if we don't know how to help, find somebody who knows and point them in that direction. Good morning, Mrs. Wagtail. Whew. Getting my second wind now, I've nearly finished. It's a good job it's a bit of a hike back to the car. So, we noticed, let's have a recap on what we've done today, once I get past this boggy bit. Now this gold looking stuff at the side here is apparently Chinese silvergrass. And there's some more brightly coloured versions of the red campion. Beautiful little flowers. There we go. Back in the woodland. Off the muddy track. I'll try and get some of this mud off my boots. Oh, nearly missed these as well. I have to point them out every time I see them because I think they're brilliant. King Alfred cakes. In fact, because there's so many, I'm just going to take one. If I can get it off. No, I cannot get it off today. But I do have my little tool with me. If I can find it. There we go. There we go. Now I dropped it. Where did I drop it? Oh, I just took a little bit of it off. That's what happened. Okay. Go. This is going to go in my foraging pouch that my lovely partner Deborah got me for Christmas. I am sorry for throwing you guys about. I'll shorten that and show you. Oh, dropped it. Oh, there we go. The inside of the King Alfred cake. Now I'm going to take that back and dry it out, and that will go in my fire lighting kit, where I've got a little bit of tumble dry lint, sorry. A little bit of tumble dry lint, some cotton wool in Vaseline, some dried King Alfred cakes, little thing of matches, fire striker, there's some other bits and pieces I want to add to it as well. I'm trying to find, I think I found it. Yep, I found it. Let's get this bit here, this big one. Now this looks a little bit like ground elder, but it's actually not. This is actually garlic mustard, and if you crush it and smell, it's a faint smell of garlic. It's not as strong as wild garlic, which has just started to sprout, but it is still garlic, and it tastes a little bit like mustard. Hence the name garlic mustard. But it is actually an antiseptic herb, which is something I learnt recently. So it could be used in a medicinal way as well as edible. Let's hop over this log. Well, not hop, because I don't want to hurt myself. And I don't intend on running unless I'm being chased by something. And even then I might just let it catch me. I just got to run faster than somebody else. Hey ho. But I think we're back here by the railway track, so I can concentrate on getting across this boggy path. I'm going to stop the video right here. I'm going to recap what we found today in Redgeland Wood. We have found some ground elder and some crab apples, which I'm amazed they're still here. I thought the animals would have eaten them all by now. Some red campion, which we found a couple of spots where that is. The cat's tails, which we learnt are good fire starting material as well as food if you're brave enough to go get them. And then pampas grass, which if you guys have heard the rumour that I heard, and it seems to be universally understood, that if you're up for wife swapping you have pampas grass in your garden. We also found scotch broom, which is medicinal, every part of it. And then we found the King Alfred cakes, and we found garlic mustard. So pretty good day for the old journal. I'm going to take this home, write up notes of where I found stuff and use this video as a reference. And thank you guys for watching. Stay safe. Make sure you like this video, leave a comment underneath, subscribe to the channel and share this channel. Help us grow. We're not that far from reaching the 1,000 subscribers, so that would be great to do before the end of the year. So if you guys can help us reach that over 1,000, because there's a buffering point. You get so many over and then it doesn't matter if some get taken away, that's fine. But yeah, if you'd like to subscribe, like, comment, share, help the channel to grow. Thank you very much for being part of the community. Thank you for letting me be part of your communities with your other YouTube channels. I am very grateful for all the friends I've made. Well, not even call it friends. You have all been like family, and those of you that have been there from almost the beginning of the channel, or maybe even halfway through the life of the channel, you know who you are. You've been there for me when I've been in some low places, and you've reached out and made me feel better. So I want to thank you guys especially. You know who you are, and if you don't, I'm sure you'll find out in due time. Thanks a lot for coming along with me on this journey through Redgeland Wood. Stay safe. I'll see you later.